So this is the count the number of the subsets and with the given different problem statement. Will it try to reduce the actual statement? What are the statement I have convert this statement into the some another part and solve it using the already solved problem. Is that what are the questions? Count the number of the subset with the given difference. What we have to do that we have a array. I have to divide it into the sub array that divide into the sub array actually into a divided into the sub array and the difference between the sub array is equal to the difference is equal to the difference given in the question. So that means we have the given two things. One of the things is array and the second of the things difference. What is the actual array or one of the things is the different. We have to divide it into the two sub array and the difference between this sub array is equal to the difference, and I have to return the number of the count of that sub array, that means sub array count of that sub array whose difference is possible. For example, I want to I tell you that the once time I read the questions given an array and it is a difference. How to explain the question? Firstly, given what are the givens value and what are the things. Count the number of way to partition the array into the two subsets. We have to divide this array into two subsets such that the difference between their sum is equal to the difference, and we have to return the number of way. So how what the question want to tell that for example 5264 is this an array and given a difference is that the 3, and I have to divide this array into the two sets. How? It's 64 and 52, and if you find the difference between them is it's equal to 7 and it's equal to 10. The difference between them is 3. That means only one possible way to dividing this array into sub array having the difference equal to 3. For example, if the second is one is a 1 1 1 1, then how many possible way having the difference equal to the 6 way? How many way? 6 way. If considering 0 1 0 1 0 2 or 0 1 0 3 these 6 तरीके total is how many way? There is a 6 way to dividing array into the sub array whose sum equal to 6. For example 1 1 1 1, how many are the 4? So this one is this 3 0 1 index 0 2 index 0 3 index, and then after that index 1 index 2 index 2 index 3 this 2, and after that index 3 2 index 3. This is a part of the dividing the sub array into the sub array. So considering at this one is how we divide this array into the sub array. Understand the question what they want to say. We have to solve the problem like this, that like this kind of this we have to identify the minimum value of the difference between the two subsets. We have to identify the minimum value of the difference, and here we have given the subsets. Here we have given this subset. I have reduced it into the range minus 2 times of the S1 divided minimum value of this, but this is more easy as compared to here. And how I reduce these two variables subset equal to one single variable, how I will reduce these things, because if I reduce it into the single variable, then it's become the zero kind of the exact problem that the every array have the every element of the array have the choice whether I have included or excluded or whether I have included or excluded, and and we have a target value or the sum value, whatever the given with me. So these things is reduce. How to do this things is that the two subset is converted into the one single subset. You will see that the see here, there is a one concept that the subset sum s1 minus s2 equal to difference is given us to n, and we know that the s1 plus s2 equal to total sum. It's known which I called as a range or the total sum. If I am adding him, so what is this s2 is considered, and 2 times of the s1 equal to difference plus total sum, it become the total sum. And if is I transfer to here here, so it become the s1 equal to difference plus total equal to 2. So it kind of that situation that the instead of the considering two different subsets, we have a single value of the target, which is s1, and its question is totally reduced that the kind of the count of the subset sum. How we have the array, and we have the sum value, which one is the s1, and I have to count that the how many are the subsets are possible whose sum is equal to the s1, and same value same things I have to return the same thing I have to do these things in here also saying. So same thing I have to do here in this question also. How they understand the concept, what are the concept, and why we have did. So under the once time I recall the all concept that the sum of the s1 minus s2 is difference is given to us in the question. Sum of the s1 plus s2 equal to total sum. If we add on this, then the 2 times of the s1 equal to the difference plus total, and sum of the s1 is the total plus total sum divided by 2, which is equal to the target. Thus the problem is reduced to the counting the number of subsets whose sum equal to target, where different plus total sum must be even, otherwise no valid subset exists. Difference plus one of the things is that what this want to convey that this question is that there is a one of the things is the difference plus total value. It should be a even value, because we have divided it into the two. That's why it should be a even value. If it's not a given value, we have to return the false. We have to return that the zero element is possible with having the sum equal to divide the array into the two subsets. So how is that done? How the things have gone? So I told you the code. Firstly I find out the sum, and with that sum I try to find out the target value. How the target value should be know? If the difference plus sum is modulo 2 is not equal to 0, if it is not return number, if it is not a even number, then return 0, or difference is greater than sum. If difference is greater than sum, we have to return the 0. Then from how we find the target equal to difference plus sum divided by 2, and for the single use I created a variable and is the array dot length, and then actual DP started from here. From where? Actual DP started from the here. Created a t variable. What is the happening? Created a DP t table with initialize it. What we do in the DP part is that the having subset sum equal to 0. Initialize this all the things with no. I am doing the initialization here, but doesn't require to initialize it from here. Why? Because there is only the first part is of this is become the 1, and other than this is a 0. But I have created the integer array, integer arrays. That's why this all the things have the initialized by default with the 0. So after initialization of this line is that what we have to do, we started iterating from the where we started iterating from here in the row number first, and jump to each column, jump to I equal to 1, I is less than n, and I less than or equal to n, and I plus plus for I is for int j equal to 0, j is less than or equal to target, and j plus plus. If the target value is greater or than the current value, then I have the permission to call the then current value is equal to the I have the permission to call the previous state. This is a recursive call, whatever I know, and current state have to subtract from the current value. The sum has to subtract from the current value if I include it, and if I include it, what are the target value have the return, and if I not include it, then what are the target value have to return. This is also have to be done. Here we are not storing the maximum value. If I have to store the maximum value, what are the possible array I minus 1 plus of the t of this thing. This is not only the things. I have to do that. I tell the three things that initially I have finished it. After that I am telling that the things include it and exclude it. Then after, if I am not including it, then these things, and at the last I have to exclude. Then for I want to tell some things about the table. If the question has asked whether it's possible or not possible, so I have to do the one thing that the t of the I t of I or t of j equal to t of I, calling for the previous state, and subtracting if including it j, subtracting if I including its array or the anything, or subtracting it. This is the first state. And or if there is a return types is a true or false, or tr of the I minus 1, and without including it. This is the first state. If I have to if question are asking like that, it's possible or not possible, if target sum is possible or not possible, in this case do this kind of the situation. If the question has asked for the maximum value, maximum sum, so in that case, and this is the initialization. If I talk about the what are the initialization between them, so for example, if there is this is the sum or the target, or this is the array, having the sum is equal to initialized with the true. This is all initialized with the having sum equal to 1, without having the having not element is totally a false. This is the initialization, and this is the code if j is greater than the current value, if j is greater than the current value. And how the initialization, if the question asks for the maximum sum, then if the target value, if having zero element, and having target equal to 0, then what is the maximum value is 0. Maximum value should be a 0. Maximum value should be a 0. If having 0 element, then it's 0, or having a target equal to 0, then it's equal to 0. And if for any instant, if j is greater than the from the target is greater than the for the current value t of the greater I minus 1, array of I minus 1, if for this if statement, array of what how to do the things here, that t of I or t of j equal to max. If I include it or without including the array, here array of I minus 1 or the value array or the what are the price array, whatever the things I have given, that include plus and call for the previous state I minus 1 or j subtract target from the current value. This is the things. And comma max value of the without including it t I minus 1 and j without subtracting the target. I have to do these things. If there is a question related to quantity or count, then I have to what I have to do that the if question is related to count, then there is an array, initialize it with the 1 and it's not possible that's why if the sum is equal to 1 or having 0 element is not possible. Here what are the return type? One of the way is that the done this kind of the things, that the if included it or not included it, what are the types you will return from here. Or there is a one thing also there is some question like that 1 plus t of the I and t of j. There is a 1 of the t of I minus 1 or j minus array of the I. I remember one question. There is a one question which have the how many coins have you used in unbounded knapsack. There is a one question that how many coins have you used. In that question we t of the I and t of j is equal to 1 plus t of the I. If you considering the coin, then you can include the multiple time of the j minus array of the I. Or if you are not including them, then t of the I t of j, there are no need to write these things. It is a question of the unbounded knapsack coin, maximize the coin or the minimize the coin, that kind of the question in that situation. But I basically told you that what are the three forms of the array I have studied. This is done in the which question is that it's done in the subset sum problem and maybe equal sum partition also have done. And this is a 0 knapsack. This is some part is done in the 0 knapsack, and the unbound what maximize. As I told you that the three types, type first, type second, and type third. This type is or we have applied in the subset sum, equal sum partition, or minimum difference, minimum subset sum difference is we use this kind of the true or false things. There is a concept. And if I talk about the second maximum value, then it's possible in the 0 and knapsack. If I talk about the this is adding the possible way, that is done in the count subset sum, and count subset sum having the having difference kind of the situation is that count subset sum, and second one is the target sum, and third question which I did here, number of the subset sum given difference. This things is done here. This target sum question is reduced from the number of the subset sum given difference. I told you that how that have to solve. बस